So do you also want to automatically create Salesforce contacts from Google Contacts? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add new clients from Google Contacts to Salesforce CRM. So like you, I also regularly add contacts in my Google Contacts, and now what I want is that as soon as I add a new contact in Google Contacts, I want to add the same contact details in my Salesforce CRM too. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Contacts and Salesforce, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone, and as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to add a new contact in Salesforce whenever a new contact is created in Google Contacts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Contacts and Salesforce, right? Using an amazing automation software which requires no programming or coding language. So yes, if you also want to create this automation, stick to this video till the end. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we're going to create this automation. But before we move on further, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is the space where users share their ideas, solutions and workflow tips. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to move on further and I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And to get started, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So the new workflow builder is faster and more flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic builder on the other hand is perfect for users who prefer a stable, tried and tested setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm just going to use this new one, so I'm just going to select this new one, and now I'm just going to simply name my workflow as this, which says add new clients from Google Contacts to Salesforce CRM. And now it is asking me for the folder, so I'm simply going to select the folder in which I want to save my workflow. And once I select the folder, over here first I'll just let you know that on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I've already created. And if you also wish to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this learn more right over here, and from here you're going to learn step by step how to create the folder. Alright, you can refer to this video. Alright, I'm just going to move on further. After entering the workflow name and selecting the folder, I'm just going to click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results for the same. Alright, now for today's application, the trigger will be Google Contact and action will be Salesforce, because I want that whenever we're going to create a new contact in Google Contact, automatically I want to add the contact details in my Salesforce too. That's the reason the trigger will be Google Contacts and the action will be Salesforce. Alright, so first we're just going to set up the trigger in order to get the action. So to set up this trigger, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says add trigger, and once I'm just going to click on this add trigger, over here it is asking me for the trigger application. Now for my trigger application, I'm just going to simply select it as Google Contacts right over here. So I'm just going to search for Google Contacts and then I'm just going to simply select it. Now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new or updated contact and click on this button which says connect. Now in order to connect my Google Contact, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection, and then you have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And once we click on this sign in with Google, Pabbly is going to ask you to select the Gmail account with the help of which you want to create this connection. And once you select the Gmail account, your Google Contacts account will be connected. You just have to give Pabbly permissions. And you don't need to worry, Pabbly is safe. Your data is secure with Pabbly. You can give Pabbly the permissions. Alright, I've already connected my Google Contacts. I'm just going to go towards this select existing connection and then save. And now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on the save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Google Contacts is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that these applications will not check for new data instantly. It is going to take some amount of time to check for the new data. And over here in the case of Google Contacts, it is saying the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last response or the latest response submitted in Google Contacts. So what I'm just going to do is first I'm just going to do the test submission and then only I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. Alright, so to do this, I'm just going to simply create a contact in my Google Contacts. I'm just going to go towards this create contact and now I'm just going to create the contact. Let's say I'm just going to simply create a contact name smart user. So I'm just going to simply enter the first name, last name. For the email address, I'm just going to keep it as smart2244@pabblytudes.com, and now for the phone number, I'm just going to simply enter it as this. And after entering this contact details, I'm just going to click on this button which says save. And once I'm just going to click on this save, with this we have successfully created a new contact in Google Contacts. Alright, so now I'm just going to open my workflow and click on this save and send test request. And as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response for the same. You're going to see the same name and the rest of the details. And with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now whenever we're going to create a new contact in Google Contacts within 10 minutes, this workflow is going to get started. And if you want to reduce or increase this time, you can left click on this trigger and go towards this set trigger time, and from here you can set the trigger time minimum as 10 minutes and maximum as 24 hours. I'm just going to keep it as 10 minutes only and move on further. Now I'm just going to add new action step. For that I'm just going to click on this add new action step button, and now for the action application I'm just going to simply select it as Salesforce. So I'm just going to search for Salesforce right over here, and as you can see the same, so I'm simply going to select it. Now for the event I'm just going to simply select it as create contact and click on this connect. Now in order to connect this Salesforce, you have to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Salesforce. Once again Pabbly is going to ask you for some permissions. You have to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, and your Salesforce account will be connected. I've already connected my Salesforce account, so I'm just going to go towards this select existing connection and then save. And now I'm just going to simply enter all of these details one by one in order to create a contact in my Salesforce. So to enter the details, I'm not going to enter it manually by typing it like this, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Contacts as a trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of a trigger application only. And as soon as we're just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. And yes, you can see that with this we have successfully entered all of these details. We simply have to search for the details right over here, and then we have to map it like this. If you wish, you can definitely fill out the rest of the details too. Now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, and once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully added these details in our Salesforce. Alright, so I'm just going to open my Salesforce and go towards this contact section, and over here you're going to see that recently we have created a new contact. So I'm just going to open it, and as you can see the same details, be it the phone number, be it the email address or the name, these are the same details which we entered during the test submission in Google Contacts. And with this we have successfully completed this workflow, and now whenever we're going to create a new contact or update a new contact in Google Contacts within 10 minutes, this workflow is going to get started, and then automatically the same details will be added in my Salesforce too. And yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.